Hey, creating pop-ups in Elementor is super easy. We've got loads of videos on that. But what if you want to add a custom close button? Most of us are quite used to hitting the X when you have a pop-up, but did you know you can actually add in a button or anything else you want to close down that pop-up? Let's get into it. First thing we're going to do is just create a dummy pop-up. Go to Template, Save Template, and you just hit Add New. In the template type, click Pop-Up and give it a name that you will recognize in future. I'm going to call it Close Pop. And we're going to hit Create Template. The purpose of this video is to go over the custom close buttons. Let's just pick one of these templates. Obviously, if you are struggling or you're brand new to creating a pop-up, please do go watch our videos where we go over the width, the height, and all of that, and some of the settings. So here we have a pop-up where you can book. I mean, this could be a subscribe form. It might even be a precursor to getting a coupon code or a downloadable product, PDF, something like that. But over here in the top right, you can see the close button. Now, quite normally, when you have a pop-up, you click the X and it closes down. Maybe you're going to have like a pop-up canvas menu or something like that. But did you know that you can actually customize this? Well, when I say customize, what I mean is get rid of it and add in your own button to close the pop-up. Let me just show you what I mean. If I click, well, make sure you're on the pop-up. Go down here to your bottom left and hit the settings. And you're in the pop-up settings. Obviously, we have a close button over there. And when you go to the style of that close button, you are a little bit limited as to what you can do. We can make it be bigger or smaller, horizontal positioning. We could even do the vertical positioning as well. And of course, you can change the icon color as well. So I could make it a black, a red, any color I want. What I'm going to do is get rid of this button and add a custom one in. So I'm going to go over to the settings for the pop-up and I am going to get rid of that close button. Just deactivate it, okay? You don't need it to be there. Instead, I'm going to add in a button. Now, please bear in mind, you could use an icon, a button. You could even use an animated icon. You could use whatever you want, but we're just going to go for a really simple one, which is a button. So let's just drag in a button. I'm just going to pop it up there for now. Okay, don't worry about the positioning of that above the image. I am going to maneuver it. I am now going to change this to actually say close like that. And over here where we have the link, I'm going to change that to be a close pop-up. So I'm going to click dynamic tags and then I'm going to scroll down to pop-up. Now, quite normally when we do this, you would assign this to a pop-up and we normally go for like open, but there is the option to close. So if we now click the spanner or wrench, I am now going to go and click close pop-up. And that's literally it. If you go to open, you now have to pick the pop-up you're going to open. But if you've already activated that via another icon or another button, we can now say that this button will be close like that. I'm just going to really quickly stylize this now. And then what we're going to do is just position it. So I'm going to go to advanced. I'm going to make sure this is a custom width, number 1. And then I'm going to go to positioning. And this is where you could be, well, you could, if you want, just, you know, do what you normally do when you create a section or a container or anything, align it, you know, add some margin padding or whatever. Or you could just pick up absolute. The button is now over here. Just pick up the button and position it to be wherever you want. In fact, let's just make this button have a black background just so it stands out a little bit there. So if that was now published and that was now activated, rather than you having a close button or the close icon with the X, you can now hit the button. That will close the pop-up. So I've really quickly just added in an icon with the skull and bones. And again, the same principle applies. Remember, you could do this with an animated icon or a Lottie or something. So if I go in and assign this to be a pop-up like that, spanner and wrench again, and this time we're going to go for close pop-up. What we now have are 2 ways to close this pop-up. Hey, I'm Imran Web Squadron. I hope you like, subscribe, share, and follow. I'll see you.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat.